Hey, my name is Susan. I am reviewing the R36S game console. That's the model number that I just said. I bought it on Temu, and it looks like this. It has like a picture of the car, I think, for like the default thing. But, it has all these different, here at the title screen, systems that, you can play, Nintendo 64, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and if you look, it's like it tells how many games from that thing it's got. It's got a lot. Some it has a little like Nintendo DS has only got 15 games, but Nintendo Game Boy Advance, it's got 1,081 on this thing. So Dreamcast 5 games, Game Gear 263 games, Neo Geo 204 games, PlayStation 23 games, and these are like classic games. Like, let me show you the PlayStation games. Hit the A button, and I'll go to the menu. Lots of classics. There's like Tekken 3, Super Mario 64, Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart. There's Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Grand Theft Auto Vice Cities, Marvel vs. Capcom, Street Fighter, Miss Pac Man. I'm talking classic games, really great ones. It has on this system a total of 15,000 games. Look at this. And it's not a bunch of crap 15,000 games. It's collectors of preservers of media, really preserving the media. So it's a lot of games. And here's the thing about this system that I bought on Temu, which you could also get on AliExpress. I heard with coupons you can get it even cheaper on AliExpress. Whatever the hell AliExpress is, some international seller, I guess. Temu is like, that, shop like a billionaire one that had advertisements. But uh, let me go into a game and show you what it looks like. I just clicked into a game and it's loading, and then okay, it's got its menus and blah 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 blah. Um, there it's I'm put in a Dragon Ball Z game, Budokai, Shin Budokai actually. Can I load a game? Oh, I do have a game to load. Let's go arcade. Confirm. Shoot. Get Goku on here, and it's loading up real quick. It's smooth as butter. For the more advanced games like PlayStation and PlayStation and N64, it's maybe not as perfect. It's lags a little bit. I mean by a little bit, I mean a lot, to the point where you probably would not want to play on you know on one of these like Grand Theft Auto Vice City stories. I enjoy so far with my new device driving around on a motorcycle or whatever and listening to music, but I wouldn't want to get into combat situations like because it'll lag for sometimes like 2 or 3 seconds. If I pop a wheelie or do something like that on the car, so I can only imagine that if there were a lot of enemies around, it would get real real dicey. But look at this thing; it's great. Anyway, I'm a literal homeless person, and I'm enjoying this thing. The reset button's in the top right corner, uh, so I'm resetting it now. The battery indicator is not accurate, by the way. So if it says it's 100% when you're plugged in, or it says it's like I've just got it and it's been saying stuff like this is how long it takes to boot. It just takes a few seconds. Uh, it's really quick. It's done booting. It's saying 100%, but that's not accurate. Uh, when this red light goes off, that's when it's while it's charging. That's when the battery is full. Uh, there's classic music. The volume's up here in the top right. and it's great. It's just great. Like the Castlevania music, Super Mario's World music. Where's the Nintendo 64 jams? Oh, they don't got them. Oh, Tetris music on the Game Boy. Oh, this is just the menu screen I'm enjoying. Anyway, as a homeless person, this thing is great. This thing is great. Um, I don't know what to say more than that, but like, people ask all the time what to get a homeless person. Like, man, you can charge this thing at the library for free, right? Or sometimes you go to a fast food place and you buy something. There'll be outlets sometimes, and you'll know which ones are have outlets that you can use and where to sit to use an outlet if you're a homeless person. When you need electricity, um, you can go and charge this thing up, hang out for a while, charge it for a few couple hours before they kick you out or whatever, and just it's 15,000 games, and they're good games. They're classic games, games that were enough for us back in the day. They were enough for us that we paid. I mean, I paid. We got a Nintendo 64 for Christmas, and I was so happy. And I remember at Blockbuster, the only two games to rent were Pilot Wings and Mario 64. That was it that was there to rent. Mario 64 is on this thing, Pilot Wings is on this thing. So it's like it was like a like that was like a couple $100 that you were spending back in the 90s for the experience of playing this stuff, and it's got that stuff, and and those are the things that have little glitches or lag in them, but like for like classic games, Super Nintendo, NES, arcade games, it plays them smooth as butter. Smooth as butter, plays them perfect. So you got to do it. You got to get it. It was just called Game Console on Temu, but it's the model number is the R36S, and it came out about 8 months ago or so, or maybe last year. I don't know, maybe 2023 about at the end of that, and it's great. It's just great. It's the king of discount budget emulation, and it's I would say the king of handhelds right now. The Switch might be the king of handhelds because that's got support and new games. And if money's no object, you're going to be into the new games that you can buy at the store, and the high quality of the parts not breaking on you, with like the SD card having glitchy saves and things like that. But I don't know. I can't recommend it enough. I think as a homeless person, this thing is great. As a poor person, this thing is great. As a gamer, this thing is great. Even if you have the Switch and you have the PlayStation 5 and you've got the Xbox One SX or whatever, you've got the newest Xbox and the newest PlayStation and the newest Nintendo console, and you've got handhelds. Even then, you might want to have one of these things, charge them up, and then you can jump into a classic game. There's a random game button. You go into the 15,000 games thing and just load up a random game, and that's like perfect for like a bus stop or something like that, or when you've got a few minutes at the doctor's office or something like that. You're waiting in a waiting room where you don't want to spend a lot of time with um, games these days that come out because they want to give you your values worth for your money. They've got more cutscenes, more story, more crap before you get into the game. And a lot of these classic games didn't have that because they didn't have the technical capability to give you that. So they didn't give you that. They just got you right into the game. And this is perfect for that. So I can't recommend it enough. Yeah, go out and buy it. You don't got to buy it on Temu, but you probably can't find it in a store in America. Um, It's different retailers sell it, but well, maybe you can't find it in a store in America. I don't know. It's shipped from somewhere in America. Yeah, I'm just recommending it. Um, the R36S game emulation console. It's got the two analog sticks and looks otherwise kind of like a Game Boy from the past. It's a great system. Um, I mean, it's just it comes with 15,000 games preloaded on it. You know how long it would take you to just sort out which games you want with 15,000 games? You don't have time to read 15,000 game titles to just get to figure out which are good game packs to get good games. It's not a bunch of crap, and this isn't a bunch of crap. It's great stuff. So anyway, yeah, I can't recommend it enough. Go out and get it. Love it.